Hi guys, Daz here with another episode of my weekly Newsround series. This time it is episode 11. I'm not going to be including my hot comic book alerts because that is for you to find out. Go out and watch them. I think there's about 63 of them now. But besides that, this will include spoilers as always. But if you want to know what's trending in the geek world, stay tuned because there's a lot to get through. As we all know, the big news probably this week was the fact that the Marvel Avengers Endgame trailer dropped. Now, I've stayed away. I stay away from all trailers now involving superheroes. I just suppose they show too much for me. Hoping to go and see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse tomorrow with the kids. Looking forward to that. But, yeah. Marvel has announced that the Endgame trailer was the most viewed in history for a 24-hour period. 289 million people watched that trailer in 24 hours. Can you believe that? And that surpassed the previous world record of 230 million, set of course by Avengers Infinity War. Yeah, Marvel are the record breakers. Now, Saga and Paper Girls writer and co-creator Brian K. Vaughan has signed an overall development deal with Legendary Television Studios to adapt several of his creator-owned works into television series and films. So like I say, Saga is obviously the big one from him. I'm on the lookout for Paper Girls. I think I might know where one is. That could be a nice one to own down the line. He's currently working as a executive producer on FX's The Why the Last Man TV series. And that's another one I'm on the lookout for. Why the Last Man. Heard good things about that. Can never find it. Now, Amazon Studios has plans to turn the illustrated novella into the refrigerator monologues into a modern female-empowered superhero show titled Dead Town. And that is coming from Whippet screenwriter Shauna Cross. Who was reportedly developing the pilot for that. The Nintendo Switch. My boys love the Nintendo Switch. They're always on that. Well, they'll probably be happy to hear that there is a Marvel Ultimate Alliance number 3 finally coming out. The previous installment came out some 10 years ago. So obviously not on the Switch because I think the Switch is fairly recent. But that'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind playing that as well. Might have to get him that. Now, Aquaman, that comes out next weekend, and it is estimated that there is going to be, the opening weekend is going to take about $65 million in the US, which is very impressive. And already they're discussing sequel talks for Aquaman. I've got high hopes for Aquaman. Again, I've not seen any trailers, but my daughter has, and she says it looks fantastic. And my mum does, actually. So, my daughter's pretty clued up on the old trailer, so I'll take that, and can't wait to see it. What's your thoughts on the Aquaman? Are you excited for it? I think it could be the film that really kickstarts the DCU. Of course, Wonder Woman was a hit, but this one is expected to surpass that. Here's some news on a book I purchased earlier this year, Jupiter's Legacy. Now, this is the reason I grabbed this is going to be part of the Millar world. On Netflix, I believe. There's going to be some live action and animated TV things coming from Mark Millar. And they've done some casting news. Apparently, they've got Eric Bana. He's a good actor. He was set to be play Utopian stroke Sheldon Sampson. Got Pablo Schreiber is down to play Brainwave stroke Walter Sampson. We got Morena Baccarin. Is that the one who plays Deadpool's wife? She's also in Gotham, isn't it? Well, her and Carrie Coon, I think it is, are shortlisted to play Lady Liberty, stroke Grace. Again, I've not read this book. That is certainly one of the books I should be reading next. Going to be nice to get a bit of a heads up on the TV show. But apparently that's going to be 8 episodes, Jupiter's Legacy. And the first season begins filming in April of 2019. So looking forward to that. That's definitely coming. I know a lot of books get optioned and they don't see the light of day, but that one, for all intents and purposes, is. Black Panther, that fantastic mega hit from Marvel, has earned 3 Golden Globe nominations, including Best Motion Picture Drama. And the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now, some sites are saying could be the best Marvel film ever. I don't think an animated one's ever going to beat a live action for me, but it is what it is. And that has been nominated for the Best Motion Picture Animation. So I'm very excited to see it. Like I say, if you followed my alerts, go and watch it, because I've just broke some really good news about what happens in one of the post-credit scenes. Lego Batman, we all enjoyed that, didn't we? A bit of fun, took the kids. It's a bit zany at times, but I quite enjoyed it. They're going to make a sequel. The director who made the first one is on board to make the sequel, so that is definitely coming. Sony Men in Black. Yeah, the original Men in Black was okay, wasn't it? But the more they made, the worse they got, in my opinion. Well, there is a bit of a reboot coming next year, starring Tessa Thompson, who played Valkyrie in MCU. And, of course, Thor, Chris Hemsworth. They are going to be the stars of the new Men in Black film, which has now got a title, and that is Men in Black International, and that is coming on June the 14th, 2019. Here's some more news about a book that was optioned earlier this year. I happen to have 2 of those books. Well, 2 different covers of the number 1. Hannah Abu Assad has signed on to direct TriStar Pictures' planned Infidel movie, guys. Infidel. Yeah, look out for that. I've heard great things. This is another one. Is next on my to-read list. Like I say, I can't afford to pick up the whole series, and it's just a case of space. So I pick up the initial book. Never know, if I do really enjoy the story, I will go back. And these are that's Jay Lee and Josie Villarrubian and cover, and a regular Aaron Campbell and Josie Villarrubia cover. Polly Walker has been cast as Peggy Sykes for Epix's Pennyworth TV series. Yes, it's been a bit of an interesting one. Set about Alfred Pennyworth in his early days. I think was he a member of the SAS? I think that's the premise of the story. Well, Polly Walker, like I say, is going to be Peggy Sykes, and she is down to be the busiest and most successful dominatrix of that era. So there we go. James Wan, of course, like I said, I said that he was appearing last week, I think, in the Forbidden Planet in London in the UK, signing Aquaman merchandise with Jason Momoa. Well, James Wan wanted to, and still does want to, eventually direct a Batman movie, but he wants to make it a horror, an out-and-out horror, possibly using Dracula, from what I gather. So that could be very interesting. Talking of Jason Momoa originally went for the role of Batman. Can't really see him as a Batman. I like Ben Affleck. I've got to be honest. He has his... he's a bit like Marmite. You love him or hate him, don't you, Ben Affleck? But he does okay for me. I like this new brutal take. I probably prefer it to Christian Bale's take, to be honest. Of course, Adam West's still the man, though, isn't he? But yeah, I can't see Jason Momoa as a Batman. But then again, you could never really see him as an Aquaman from the comics. But like I said, he does appear in this new film wearing his gold shirt, by all accounts, the old Aquaman outfit. So that's exciting. Stephen Schiff has been tapped as the showrunner for Disney's Rogue One prequel series, starring Prince Cassian, who obviously died in the end of Rogue One on the beach. And Stephen Schiff's just finished writing and executive producing The Americans. Excited for these Disney live action shows. We're getting, of course, a Mandalorian series as well, set about one of the kind of Boba Fett people, aren't we? So exciting times if you're a Disney fan. This Disney streaming service it's going to cost money, isn't it, to follow these shows? But I don't think I can resist it. Marvel live action shows too. Wow, it's for me, I think. I've got to be honest. Talking of Disney, there's a new ride coming to the Disneyland resorts, and apparently they've now got a full-size Millennium Falcon. Yeah, and it's going to be a new ride where you can actually kind of fly the Millennium Falcon. That sounds incredible. Yeah, it's very nearly ready for flight, they say. So look out for that if you're ever going to Disneyland. There's a new Star Wars section of that resort opening. Now, the Bumblebee film isn't far away. I saw the trailer the other day. I don't know. John Cena. Just doesn't grab me as an actor. But, apparently, the early reviews, and there's been 15 reviews, and Rotten Tomatoes has incredibly given it 100% rating so far. They say it's by far the best Transformer film coming. I found this quite interesting, that years of the films and the previous percentages. So in 2007, we got the first Transformers film, and that got a 58% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. 2009, we got Revenge of the Fallen, and that got 19%. That's a massive drop. 2011, Dark Side of the Moon, I think it was, 35%, so a little bit better. They're just getting worse. 2014, Age of Extinction, 18%. And then the last one, The Last Night, 16%. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't hate these films. But give it a 16% out of 100. I thought it was okay. I'd give it probably 55, 60%. I don't know. What's your thoughts on these Transformers films? I think the special effects are incredible. But I don't know. Bumblebee. I do like the character Bumblebee, but I don't know. Not holding much hope for it. Now, Amber Heard, obviously, she's going to be Mera in Aquaman at the weekend. Well, she wants a spin-off film with Mera and Wonder Woman. I bet she does, because at the end of the day, Wonder Woman is the cash cow of DCU at the moment. The most successful film, so she wants to have a piece of that, but I don't blame her. Film sounds all right to me. More the merrier, I say. I'd watch a film every day of the week if I could. What else have I got for you? There's always some out there. Yeah, Aquaman. Like I say, Aquaman's been... It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. I think it's going to be DCU's biggest film. And it's already breaking records at the Chinese box office. Apparently, it took an incredible 25 million on Friday alone and 93.6 million over the weekend to make it Warner Brothers' biggest ever. Justice League was just 50 million, 0.5 for the weekend. Batman vs Superman, 55.7 million. And Wonder Woman, 37.6 million. Surprised that Wonder Woman was much lower than the others. They didn't even include Suicide Squad, probably a good thing. There's a new superhero horror movie out at the moment. Check out the trailer for Brightburn. I have watched it. It looks pretty creepy. It's about a little kid, and it's from James Gunn. Okay, not everyone's cup of tea now, but it's got a shocking horror spin on the Superman mythos. A little kid who's just got crazy powers, and he's just destroying everything and everybody by the looks of it. Talking of Superman, Amy Adams thinks she is done playing Lois Lane in the DCU. Good actress. I liked her in that Disney film. What was it? Was it Enchantment? The singing one? I think it was something like that. Anyway, but she wasn't Lois Lane to me. She's just Henry Cavill for me, Superman all day long. But Lois Lane, no. I know they're trying to get current, but Lois Lane was always have dark hair for a start, didn't she? I don't know. It is what it is. Do you want to see her back? I'm not first to see her go, to be honest. Of course, we're getting Lois Lane in the Arrowverse now, which is going to be pretty exciting. I think she's appearing in next week's crossover. I'm buzzing for that. Mike Coulter, of course, Luke Cage. Yeah, we're losing all these MCU shows from Netflix, aren't we? And very disappointing. Well, he's just tweeted that it's not the end for Luke Cage, because apparently he is going to be making a cameo on Jessica Jones season 3. sad because Jessica Jones, as you guys know if you follow my channel, is my favourite superhero show. And it looks like season 3 could be the last. If we've lost Daredevil, we're probably definitely losing Jessica Jones. But it's good to see that she's outlasted the others. So I think so, and rightfully so. Well, we're getting Punisher season 2, so that will probably be the end of the MCU on Netflix. Hopefully at some point we'll see the characters down the line. I think I reported in that last week that there was kind of a little bit of a rumour floating about that Daredevil could make an appearance in the upcoming Black Widow film, because they've got a big bond in the comics, haven't they? So that would be incredible. I think that's what we're missing. I'd love to see in Avengers 4 a little cameo from Iron Fist and Luke Cage and Daredevil, Jessica Jones and Punisher, just fighting in this, just an overhead shot. They're fighting in the streets or something against some threat. It'd be brilliant. Doctor Who. Of course, we got the female Doctor at the moment. Well, after this year, there's going to be a New Year's special at the start of 2019, and then you're not getting season 12 till 2020. I watched the first episode of Doctor Who, and I just can't enjoy it. I've tried my best. I just think the special effects are lame. I know there's Doctor Who's got a big fan base, and I've tried my best. I just can't get on with it. The budget just seems dreadful. The acting, not great. But it'd be interesting to see if Doctor Who ever made a feature film at the cinema, you know. Hopefully they'd have the budget then. Star Trek Season 2 has just added an extra episode, making it 14. Again, I'm about halfway through Season 1 of Star Trek. It's okay. I don't mind the special effects. There's a couple of good creatures in it. It's all about the creatures for me. And the aliens. But yeah, of course you're getting a new Spock in the upcoming Season 2. So that's interesting. Now there's a new trailer out for a show I've just seen it actually. The trailer for Netflix's Umbrella Academy. And I'm excited by this. This looks pretty good. I'm sure my daughter will be watching. She's a Gerard Way fan, My Chemical Romance. So she'll be on board with that. We'll watch that together. Trailer looks okay. I was looking at the comic. It first came out as a free comic book day book, and you can't get that for under 30. I'm on the hunt. Now, Netflix has announced a new anime, Ghost in the Shell. I watched the film at the cinema starring Scarlett Johansson. I didn't hate it. It was okay. Got slammed a little bit, but I've seen worse films. Well, that anime is coming in 2020. I know there's a massive fan base for anime. Steve Buscemi and Daniel Radcliffe are starring as God, and Daniel Radcliffe is an angel in Miracle Workers, which is a new comedy series from TBS. I've just seen the trailer to that. Daniel Radcliffe hasn't really made much of himself really after Harry Potter, has he? I do like him in extras though. You ever get a chance to see the extras of Daniel Radcliffe, you will laugh out loud. Ricky Gervais magic there. Entire series extras in The Office. Ricky Gervais, gotta watch it. A bit of comic book news. Conan. Of course, we're getting a new reboot from Conan from Marvel Comics. Well, Conan is going to be appearing in a new big storyline called Avengers No Road Home, and he's going to be teaming up with Scarlet Witch. That's a bit of a team up, isn't it? Conan and Scarlet Witch. Oh well. There's a new war comic coming from Garth Ennis and Steve Epstein, and they're teaming up for a World War II Russia comic. Well, it's a graphic novel, I think, and that is going to be called Sarah or Sarah. I think it's called Sarah. So look out for that. Garth Ennis, Walk Through Hell he's done recently, hasn't he? Just been optioned. And final bit of news for today. Frank Miller is going to be returning to Batman, according to Tom King, who's writing Batman. He put on Twitter, I believe, coming up in Batman, art by Frank Miller. And I'll leave you with this picture, guys. Frank Miller, back on Batman. That's another news round wrapped. Stay tuned, because later today there's going to be my top 10 selling comic books of the week. Always a big hit with the viewers. Take care. Daz over and out. Bye for now.